Hey, what's going on, guys? James here, and welcome back to World Team Multi Racing Manager World Championship, guys. Yeah, we're more on this, and we're back again for more of this, guys. So I can't wait for this so far for this. So last time we did the Canadian Grand Prix, it was a pretty good race so far for that, but unfortunately, Joseph was to get disqualified, but I was into second place now. He's only just out 3 points from Curtis Brooks now. And now we're going to go to the American Speedway now. So it's been about 4 races in now for this phase 20 season, so we're in for the 5th race of the season. Hopefully this is going to be pretty good so far indeed so far. Car development is okay so far to be increasing the pace enough. But yeah, it's going pretty well so far in this. By the way, who is going to win the championship, guys? We're going to find out. We're only got about 2 more rounds to go so far. Here is the driver championship after Canada. And it's Curtis Wood. He's leading the driver championship by just 3 points from Joseph Bautista now. Abby Fisher moved himself into 3rd place, so he's in 3rd. Hello, Samuel Ho. Then it's Manuel Gibbons in 5th, and then the Hand went in 6th, and then Ronnie Skimmett in 7th place. In the Constructors Campion, no, not like that. In the Constructors Championship, sorry about that, guys. In the Constructors Championship, could we have VR leaning from Force 1 Racing, Yellow Donkey Racing, head of the Silver Arrow Racing, then it's the Whisper Dynamics, Kia Racing, and then 20 Atlantic Racing, Ursula Racing Group, not like Monte Cristo Capulet and Romeo and Juliet, no, not like that. Cyber Racing and Green Power Racing are in last place, which is 4 points behind Cyber. And there's still a lot more to come for this racetrack so far for this. But without further ado, let's go to our commentators, Luigi and Cooper, for this fantastic American Grand Prix at the American Speedway in Indianapolis. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go to America. Thank you for that, James, and welcome everybody to the USA Grand Prix in America for the United States Grand Prix. This second day is testing. Everybody is pretty getting around so far for this second look in Indianapolis so far for that. But this is welcome to Mercury USA, which pretty be a fantasy state for the part like in Colorado and Indianapolis. But this second day is going pretty well indeed so far. Hey there, guys, my name is Luigi. Well, unfortunately, the weather forecast for this week will be very rainy so far, but we're going to see some clear sky later on in the race. And hopefully we can see that qualifiers later in the race will be pretty good so far. But let's see how qualified we get very and heavily. How the wet tires will pretty good increasingly in the USA. Let's see. Thanks for that, guys. Now let's get into qualifying. So, here we are on the oval circuit, part of the USA Grand Prix at the American Speedway for the American Grand Prix. And hopefully this championship might get pretty good more battle for this. And we might send one of these gimmicks out on full wet tires. And also following this completely increasing up a bit. So one is good. It's probably going to be the first one to be out for Ferrari. So hopefully we can do better for this so far. Let's put the 62 for the wings on Curtis Brooks' tug line and 66 for the gear ratios. And qualify the part of his car will be pretty well for that so well. And for this circuit, there's only got about 4 cars around this oval circuit though. But pretty soon, who is the first one? It's a purple car. I think that might be that might be Han Wentz, I think he is, or maybe Alan Devine. So he's out. Han says he's all the way out too. So hopefully how the satellite goes pretty well so far for this. So Cooper, how have you a disappointing day over the last few races ago? Well, it was not pretty good so far for these drivers for this so far. They might to get a first one to the first race in Australia though, but hopefully in the USA Grand Prix they got pretty sure they got a lot of laps to pretty do the best of the can they could do for this part for this. It's only 25 minutes, but that's pretty good to see how these drivers go pretty good with. And Ronnie's is got not slower than good fastest pace than his teammate Curtis Wood, and I think someone just hit the back of him when he's on his lap time. Well, that's pretty not good for that so far, but thanks for that much, Cooper. You're welcome. So, here comes Ronnie Skimmett crossing the line now to begin his first lap, and he's going second fastest on 57. Max Scherzer has gone fastest because Adam was the first one to do the lap so far. What about Curtis Brooks, the championship leader though? Hopefully, to beat anybody else so far for this. Round the final corner in the race so far. He's pretty slow on that corner there so far in this track so far. And he goes 10th, actually 11th now, because he's 58.20. Max Scherzer is on Tammy Usa has gone second, so he's going to P2 already, so hopefully for that fifth racing for this. Aaron Donald's gone second fastest, so Ronnie's giving it on the P2 for now, as Ronnie going into the first place. Increasing perfect lap time for this so far. The fastest lap for one is gimmick for that so far in this. So one is gimmick is faster so far. Pretty sure how his teammate Ferrari driver Curtis Brooks will do so far for this. Across the line he goes, third fastest, not faster than Max Jones. Put only 2 tenths down on him and only just 500 tenths down on his teammate Ronnie's gimmick. Please are the 500 tenths do well for these both Ferrari drivers as we go through this track so far. No big improvement there for Ronnie's gimmick there, but hopefully the progress is going pretty good so far for Ferrari to get these lap times in. And what about Curtis? What are you going to do so far? We'll need to go about 5 minutes to go in this qualifying session at the American Speedway in the Indianapolis circuit. And hopefully this track is going pretty well indeed so far for that. Pretty sure the driver are doing their wet tyres progress so far for this. But let's see where one is gimmick could go. Can he do a fast lap or he will be banned this lap? I think we might return him to the pits right now. Yep, he's coming to the pits right now for this track though. He's P1 in the moment. What about Curtis Brooks? He would go out for one more lap and then hopefully we'll send him back to the pit. So hopefully we can see this so far for this. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in qualifying to go. And the remaining clock settings are going pretty well so far to get sorted indeed for this 10-minute session like in Q3 in Formula 1 back then. Good improvement there for Curtis Brooks, but I thought that's not pretty not enough for that so far indeed so far. Both of the Cyber so Nick Steele and Jet Li are pretty not good so far for this. Joe's Bautista, there he is. He's winning second place in the championship so far. Abby Fisher was winning third in the championship, but unfortunately he's qualified only 17th so far. But what Andy and Abby Fisher could get some more progress for this team so far. As we can see, our drivers just gone past Curtis. We'll retain to right back to the pit so far, but hopefully how this one goes pretty well indeed well for that and for this. So we might increase the wings and the ratios for Ronnie's gimmick and he will go out for one more lap. Hopefully how this sort of Indianapolis circuit will be pretty well for us for racing track part for this. Luigi, anything about the weather? Well, we did think we're not going to see any rain falling for that in the next 20 minutes time because there's some sunshine will be coming through in the next few laps so far when we get into the race. But pretty sure it'll be good for sun in the race so far, but Luigi said it's going to be amazing. Yeah. But pretty sure how these both wet Ferrari will do better for this. Thanks for that. I think one is gone in second place so far, but I think that's Jet Li has gone fastest than him on a 56.487. Good luck from that from Jet Li, but what about Rodney? He's coming around the final corner of the track so far in there so far. I might send Curtis Brooks out to do his lap so far and on to 56. Actually 57, not 67. 57 of the gear ratios. Cool. So P2 for one is gimmick now, but let's see where he goes to try and beat that lap time. He needs to try and be faster than Jet Li. He's at 56.975. So here we go into the penultimate corner, turn 3. This track's got 4 right-handers for this, not 4 left-handed like in Indianapolis. Round the 5 corner comes through now. When he's going to go for this lap time, he goes pretty good so far indeed. Doesn't go any faster at all. So Curtis could manage to try and do this if he keeps this going. But he's only got about 35 seconds left to go. He will make it way to the 5 corner and pretty start his lap so far indeed. As he will begin his final lap in this qualifying session for the American Speedway. One is Skimmett is closing on Andy Close. I think he's winning in 19th place so far, but Abby Fish is in the incredible P5 seat he is so far. The man with a bow tie with a black marked face, it was pretty good so far in this. Time is up at the American Speedway circuit, and Ronnie didn't go improvement at all so far there. But what about Curtis Brooks? They also want to try to slow him down so far indeed, but he's going crazy indeed so far. Here we go, across the line he goes through now, and only just 4 fastest so far indeed so far. So Jet Li has taken pole position, have the Ronnie Skimmett, Max Jones, and then it's Curtis Brooks, the championship lead in P4. Josie Bautista is only 15th place, or actually 16th place for that for Josie Bautista. Jay Foot qualified P15. Nick Steele 7th. Tammy Uzley starts 10th. Then Zoe Uzley's in 17th. Chris Tull is in 8th place, and Manu Gubi is the last man who's going to start it. But his teammate Peter Murray started P30 on the 7th floor just by Lola Mourinho. And that's where we hopefully have this race will go pretty well indeed so far at the American Speedway circuit for the American GP. And finally, we got the sun coming out now so far. It's now sunny and cloudy now, skies we're here so far. It's the American Speedway. Round number 5 is the penultimate round of the championship before we head to the far race in Brazil in Sao Paulo. Cooper, are you ready for this? Yeah, it's going to be a 25-lap race. It's going to be a pretty excellent race around this oval circuit in the American Speedway circuit. Well, we can't wait for this so far for this. And we're about to get ready to go here at the American Speedway. And we're underway. That's an excellent start from what he's good. And good start there from Curtis where Bob de Vior got past Max Jones and Jet Li as they're going for the first corner of the track so far. Jet Li's just holding on Max Jones for that so far. But it's Bob de Vior in leading so far. But Jet Li's closing them down on them so far indeed so far. And Jet Li gets past Curtis. Well, one excellent move there from that. And Curtis really moved at the P3 already so far. As Curtis now takes back second place from Jet Li. As he's now Raffiari 1-2 now. But Jet Li takes the position back so far. As he was squeezing so far indeed so far. But meanwhile, everyone, here goes Aaron Donez. Moving her way, him right up to P4 already. He's going well so far indeed so far for this. He's going well so far for this. As Aaron, Southern Curtis well, and he gets first so far indeed. And so is Chris Stone. Alright, no, that's Chris Steele. No, Nick Steele. Oh, Curtis well on the grass a bit. Well, you should need to calm down, Jay, because that's so talking loud here. I think Max Jones got past Curtis Wicks as well. He has to, but and I think Jet Li has got the position, got the lead back so far. And here goes Aaron Donez on one needs to be and moving up into P2. And here comes Nick Steele on the inside of one there, and he gets into third place so far in this race. He's having a look at Aaron Donez. So, what does Cyber Racing will do pretty well indeed so far for this race so far then. 1 to lap 4 of the possible 25 laps of this American Speedway Grand Prix. And hopefully Jet Li is comfortably in the lead so far. But bad stop for Sammy Hope though. He's now done the last bit behind Manuel, his cousin, or maybe not so far for this. Well, Samuel didn't do good work for that start there, Jim, because he just lost some time for that. He didn't get the stop, but he lost some time there. He's like about 2.5 seconds off the start mark there, but he's pretty not good for that indeed. Well, thanks for that so far indeed. So that's, and we can see now Curtis Rook is trying to get past Max Jones for 6th place. And he's having a move on the inside and gets past Max Jones. Curtis moving himself into pieces, but Max Jones takes the position back. Good excellent move there from Max Jones, and he takes the position back from Curtis Rooks. What an excellent race we're having today so far here in the American GP. And we can see that Diddley Abbott is catching up to one his gimmicks. So he's one in 5th place so far. One his gimmicks in P4 so far in this race so far. As his tyres going to go yellowish so far with it, but here goes Diddley Abbott. He's closing the gap to one his gimmicks on the 6th lap so over there. Luigi. Yeah, he's eating real so far there, but I think both of them feel are losing them time on their tyres, but I think they might be coming to the pits right now. Well, we might pit Ronnie first, as he will come into the pit so far. Then I'll let Diddley Abbott move into the pit so far, but meanwhile, I think one of the drivers is just going out, that's Curtis Woods. He's on a different strategy to try and come into the pit and do something like this so far indeed. So, hopefully this race will be going on lap 7 now. At a possible 25 laps for this race for Curtis Brooks. And the gap between him and Chris Tull is about 5 seconds now as he was reaching to the soft tyres. So the hard tyre will keep going on until the maybe on lap 12 or 13 or maybe lap 10. So here comes Curtis Brooks in the pit so far. His teammate Ronnie is coming around to the penultimate corner of the race so far indeed. 6 seconds that pit stop was so far for Curtis Brooks. Will he be out ahead of Ronnie? And it's going to be very bad for this so far. We're going to the... So, and guess what? Curtis Brooks is ahead of his teammate. Ronnie's coming for the start. That's really good idea to get Curtis back at track behind that so far. But there goes Max Jones, and there goes Ronnie. He gets by his teammate as well. So many move overtake we're having today here in the USA Grand Prix. And we've got another driver going out on him. That is Didi Aboot. He's going on to run to the fire corner coming through now. Where is he going to use the inside or the outside? He's going on the inside on the start first straight and gets past Curtis Rooks. That's going to move there from Didi Aboot, and both of the Ferrari are in beat trouble so far for this. But some of the other drivers who are on a hard time haven't stopped just yet so far. So they can still completely hold on to the end of the race so far in this. One is Gears running in P12 so far, but Didi Aboot is closing the gap to him so far. He's on a new set of soft tyre goes on now. Well, actually, it's a set of hard tyre he sets on now. Both of the fields are on the very hard tyres, and I think that's Lola Marino's in 14 because Josie Patrizia is in 5th place. But if that stays where he is, I mean, he would now take the lead of the Drivers' Championship ahead of Curtis Rooks. Going into the final race of the year as both of them get past him. But there goes Didi Aboot, gets the position back from them guys. As through the fire car to go through now, Lola tried to go on the outside, but that didn't work out so fine. These through goes Ronnie skimming on Didi Aboot, and into P12 he goes on now on lap 11 now after possible 25 laps so far in this. And the main mode, and there goes Didi Aboot, gets that position done so far. Oh, Marina got on the gravel, and that lets the purple draw and define later through into 14th place. Lola was really pushing hard there, but that didn't go well so far in this so far. Through the fire car, and there goes Andefine, gets on the outside of Ronnie's giving, and both of the Ferraris are holding trouble so far, but Ronnie gets the position, but so is Lorna gets past Andefine. What is completely going on so far in this racetrack so far there? But Chris is in the lead so far, but he hasn't made a pit stop yet. All the other races are going to pit on this lap, lap 12. They're going to pit halfway through now as they're coming into the pit so far. So it's Chris Stone, Jay Froome, Han Wench, Aaron Jones. A 28 cars going to the pit so far. I'm not sure where Chris Stone would be when he coming out the pits. Oh my goodness me. Could just get past it, but not for 1-8. Yeah, oh yeah, but he did get past them. Good one for that. World on it onto lap 30 at the possible 25 laps of this USA Grand Prix and American Speedway for the American Grand Prix. But that's United States seconds going pretty well for the USA. So it has. Oh no, Ronnie's Gimmet has got a car failure. And there goes his teammate. Oh, disappointment day for Ronnie's Gimmet. That's his second retirement of the year that was so far in this. Second retirement of the season. On the 14th, that's game over for him. Sorry for that, Ronnie. Disappointment day for you. Which means Curtis Reed's now the only Ferrari left now so far. He's winning P3 so far. Josie Patrizia is in 11th, but Abby Fisher is in 5th place so far. But if that stays the same, means Abby Fisher will move ahead of Josie in the Drivers' Championship and try and challenge down Curtis for the championship heading into the final race of the year. And also there'll be a bit battle to be VI and the other Drivers' Championship for Force One Racing 2 and many more like the Yellow Power Racing team. And we can see, and there it goes down the inside, or actually that's the outside, goes Chris Stone into P3, gets ahead of Curtis Rooks on lap 15 and move himself up into 3rd. So Curtis is in P4 so far. That'll be enough to try and hopefully try and go into the final race of the season in Brazil and hopefully became a world champion, or maybe not. One is out so far, so he's currently the only one now left now. So hopefully, how does Goodyear Fiat driver do well so far in this racetrack so far? So we're on to lap 16 at the possible 25 laps so far. Only one stop so far for this, so making the progress, making it indeed so far for that for Curtis Rooks. Cooper, do you have any ideas what's this going on so far? Well, we haven't been a bit of trouble about Force 1 races. The powers on the cars are not very good so far in this season. The upgraded aggressment was not playing good so far. So both Lola Marine and Josie Patrizia are struggling a bit so far for this. And for the 19 ones are still competing well so far. But both Didi Aboot and Chris are doing well for the Green Power Racing team. And trying to catch up to the Cyber Racing driver, Jet Li, to try to trying to take the victory here. But hopefully he's got a problem more lap to go for this. Well, before that, here comes Han Wentz, guys. He's coming in and going down the inside of Curtis Witt, and Han Wentz moving something to P4 so far. The man who won the British Grand Prix gets part of the winner of Australia and moving something to P4. Good move there as Curtis moving down to P5. What a incredible move there that was for Han Wentz there. He gets past there. Amazing move there for that. Prix, all the drivers going to pit so far. Jelly is coming for his fire pits on the soft tyres. Maybe the tyres are going to be pretty more weak skin indeed so far for this. Okay, so this is going pretty well for that. So we must defend the blocks for Curtis Brooks, our driver. He's coming in P2 so far, but the tyre is going yellow so far, but he's coming in for his 5 pits on. I hope he can try to get this car to the end of the race so far. Pretty sure he might be the point so far in this race so far. Jet Li has got engine troubles. Oh man, the man who just pitted has got engine trouble. The man who was on pole position for this race is out of the way and looked like he's going to have the chance to move up the field in the championship. Oh my goodness me. Jet Li said he needed to win this race, but he's not going to finish. Draw for the Cyber Racing team. Another retirement. Hopefully they're probably going to be handing some other drivers where he gets some points so far indeed. That is not very good indeed so far for that. But meanwhile, there is Han Wentz is on Curtis Brooks' turn. There is Jet Li. His power engine is dead right now. This is a disappointing day for that so far in this. But meanwhile, Curtis Brooks is cut out to Samuel Hubbard. This time, he's got Han Wentz behind him now. But he was trying to go on the inside so far for this. Han Wentz blocked him up. But here comes Curtis Brooks on Samuel Gomez. And moving something to P11 for Scuderia Ferrari. They can pretty always change the driver championship because he's not in the point so far. We may have Joseph Patricio will take the lead driver championship if it stays like this. Well, we're going to the final round. We've just got 4 laps to go here at this circuit American Speedway for the American Grand Prix. Hopefully this race is going pretty well so far in this. And we can see everyone going pretty well so far. As now Curtis down in the point so far in this race for this. But he's got a long way to go so far for that. So we've got Han Wentz and somebody are covering up to Curtis Brooks. But meanwhile, Curtis is trying to catch up to 9th place driver and Define. And hopefully he will try to get past her for that. Indeed. Chris Stone is having engine troubles. He was in the lead so far, but he's now out of the way. Another driver who was retired during the lead of the race. So that's Chris Stone out, and that's Define has a mechanical failure. And I think Curtis Williams got past him. Yeah, he has. So that's 4 cars retired so far in there. We've only got 2 more laps to go here with this American Speedway, and the race leader is now Aaron Jonas and Jay Fro. Both of them looking for the first 1-2 for the Toronto Racing team. This is going to be maybe Nick Steele third. As they both started their final lap. But Samuel Ho is running 10th place, but he's having engine trouble. And he's retiring too. Hopefully that will not happen to the races too. But this race is not over just yet so far, but this. Pretty good for this. And Aaron Jonas is coming around the final few corner, but his teammate Jenny Throne is in 2nd place so far. As here comes Aaron Jonas, and she wins the American Grand Prix ahead of Jenny Throne, and then Dick Steele in 3rd. Diddy Upper is going to finish ahead of Peter Moon, Joseph Peterson, Max Jones, Curtis Brooks finishing in P8. Well, the last 2 points are going to be Han Wentz and Abby Fister will be holding off Tammy and Zoe for the final points position. That was an incredible race that was so far indeed so far. Jet Li and Chris Dunn retired, so he's won his gimme. He's taking retirement of the season. But Aaron Jonas and J-Vo got the first 1-2 of the season for the team to one tick. There's an extra good win so far for this. Well, actually, I'm in here, so he wins the race so far. So congratulations to him. Jake Thrones, he's fifth, second place ahead of Nick Steele, who got a good podium for the black man in third. Good one for that so far in this. And we have a new lead chasing the driver agenda. That is Josie Patricia, and that takes the lead in the driver agenda, but just 1 point from Curtis Rooks. Aaron Jones and Abby Fisher will have a chance for the championship. So it will be a four-way battle for the championship between Josie, Curtis, Aaron, and Abby Fisher heading to the final race in Brazil. In the Constructors Championship, Scuderia Fiorello still leading by just 5 points from 20. You have to wait if they can hold them off. Fourth one way are now tied the same points so far, but actually they're on 1 point behind them. With Silver Alvarez, maybe might have a chance to try and snatch the Constructors Championship, and so is Yellow Donkey Racing. And a lot of more people might do them so far in this. But go on for that for the season for this. Well, after this 5 races now completed now, it's now all comes down to the final races of the season. Brazil will be on tomorrow. Yeah, I can't wait for the season 1 finale to be ending soon. Me too, I can't wait to see it. Alright guys, thanks for watching for this guys, and till next time guys, will be the final race of the Season 1 and season of the 2020 season would be the Brazilian Grand Prix where we go into Season 2. So we'll be at Sao Paulo, Interlagos for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Until next time guys, we'll see you next time. Goodbye!